So, I'm back in business. Hey yo, this is Dash. Yeah. Hey yo, this is Dash, and tonight I have something very special. Well, it's tonight for me. Gosh, darn it, phone. It's tonight for me. So, I'm back in business. So I'm able to use my big welder. I did buy a smaller welder, but I never actually opened it. I got it Black Friday because of course it was on sale. But I never got around to opening it because I was holding out hope. A couple of you guys asked me what the problem was with the power of my garage. So from what I understand, and I really don't know the real technical terms of it, so I'll do my best layman explanation. There's a power, a ground, or actually there's two powers and a ground that come into my building, the garage, right? One of the power wires, just because it's so old, the sheathing on it kind of degraded, and it wasn't sending power into the garage. So from what I understand, I was told that I lost a phase in my garage. Again, I don't know what that is, aside from the fact that there's two hots and a ground. So one of the hots wasn't working. I was able to get the power company to come out, and funny enough, while I was testing things in the garage, the other phase went out. That just goes to show you that the sheathing and all the other stuff, that was a problem. Anyway, got that resolved, so now I have power, full power back in my garage. I can use my welder, and in keeping with using my welder, I know I mentioned this not too long ago, but this is Bessie. This is the inside of Bessie. And what I plan to do tonight is add another rack in between here. I actually have a huge catering event that I'm gonna be cooking for over the weekend. It's 300 plus people, and I need more room in the smoker. I have 10 briskets I need to cook, and then of course 8 pork shoulders that I'm doing tomorrow, and then I have 80 pounds of chicken that I'll be doing the next day in preparation for the event. So tomorrow's Thursday. Obviously I'm gonna be cooking I'm hoping to be done cooking the brisket and the pork shoulder early enough to be able to actually cook the chicken tomorrow before it gets too late. And then prep and get everything together on Friday, and the event is on Saturday morning, so I'll be able to go to the space, warm everything back up, and get everything ready for service, and go from there. Sorry, unfortunately, I know you guys are probably like, oh man, that'd be great to do like a behind the scenes or a vlog type thing. I don't think I'm gonna have the time and the ability I'm be too busy. So maybe afterward we can sit down and have a talk about it. I know you guys enjoy those talks we have. Honestly enough, I'm gonna try and get this knocked out. I'm not gonna be doing much as far as showing you guys how I'm doing things. I gotta get to work. It's late. I don't wanna be at this all night long. I don't really wanna make a whole bunch of noise all night long. And I got a couple areas I need to clean up, like this. So I plan to weld on top of here, but as you can see, there is the cylinder head from my TDI engine, the one that I blew up. If you haven't seen that playlist of when I took the engine apart, it's there. And then like, there's a crank. Here's, I guess that's the wrist pin, piston, you know. So I have to clean this table up before I can do anything. So, all right, first step complete. So I got everything that was on top and I put it down below. I think I have a weld. Yep, there it is. This is a welding bib. I'm gonna cover all of this stuff up so that as I'm welding on top, there's no oil, sorry, that can come in contact with some of the welding spatter. All right, anyway, so when I was working on removing or taking apart my engine, I figured I needed a work surface. Then I figured I needed one that was protected, since this was actually such a nice desk, like a work table. So I covered it in plastic, and then I covered it with, goodness, I did a better job than I thought. I'm gonna have to cut it off. So I covered it in plastic, and then I covered it in this cardboard, just so that I could protect the top of the table. And now I'm getting ready to weld on it. I mean, it's a workbench, and it's so actually, all right, let me take a step back. Let me tell you what it is. So it is a workbench, but I had a set of dolly, you know, like mover dolly, and it broke. I don't remember what I did to it, but it broke. So I actually cut it up and then put it underneath. I put some screws on some scrap from the pallets. If you haven't seen the pallet project, check that out. And I cut up the dolly, and here we go. So now I can move this around. Well, you guys get the idea. I can move it. If I use two hands, I can move it. So I'm thinking about actually, I don't know if you can, I got a lot of stuff out here right now. You see the vise over there? Yeah, just a Harbor Freight vise. But I am thinking about putting a vise over here on this table. I think I might leave it the way that it is so that I can get the most out of it when I'm welding, at least for right now. So next step in getting this taken care of is getting that cleaned up over there. Yeah, this is what happens when I haven't spent enough time working out in the garage. Surfaces just accumulate with crap and more crap. So I gotta clean up this station, and then I need to clean up that station over there, because that is where I will be using the cutoff or the chop saw. I gotta do all of that over there, and I'll be back in a bit once I finally get everything cleaned up and I can actually start working. Okay, considering how filthy it is inside a smoker, because all I really ended up doing was taking the adhesive and cleaning up some of that grease and gunk in the back. I think it came out pretty well. So there's the weld, and for all intents and purposes, that's going to be plenty strong. And here's the weld up front. So there's the weld in the back. All right, that looks pretty good. And here's the weld up front. And again, that looks pretty daggone good, all things considered. Now I'm gonna measure up the other side and get my angle over there. All right, so here are the weld, or here's the front weld on the right side. And now all I have to do is get that in the back welded up, and looking pretty good. Let me turn that off so you can hear me a little better. Looking pretty good. I tried to line it up, obviously, with the outside of the smoker there. So from the top of here to the bottom of there was 9 inches, so obviously I split the difference, and this is a 4.5 inch gap there. I'm hoping I'm hoping that'll be enough. It should be. If not, you know, I'll figure something out. But like I said, I'm hoping it should be. And we're taking the cook capacity from 1-2 racks to 1-3 racks. That'll help me out immensely, immensely. All right, so let me go ahead and get this this corner back here welded in, and then we shall work on making a rack similar to those. All right, so you saw me go over that one twice, and that was because that first bead, first bead, it was horrible, and lots of spatter and junk in it because of the fact that obviously I can't get the smoker as clean as I need it to be, and I really don't want to. I can't spend the time on doing it. But what I was able to do was make 2 passes, and in making 2 passes, that looks pretty perfect. A little bit of fire back there, but it's okay. All right. So again, there's the front. There's the front. There's the back. Now I need to get something on here similar to this to hold the rack in, so when I slide it out, it won't fall out. So let me go ahead and get working on that. Okay, so I have my 2 pieces here. What I'm going to do is weld these onto the rails, and it will go like this, so that when the rack is up against it, it won't be able to slide out. Let me show you what I'm talking about. So we're gonna put these in here just like, actually like that. Yeah, just like that. The rails, hopefully you get the idea. They're going in here just like this, similar to the way they are up there, so that it'll hold the rack up. All right, so I have the stays welded in on both sides. So now I need to take a measurement from here to here, and then from here to there, and I'll have obviously my measurements, and then I will make a frame to fit in there. Well, a shelf similar to these. Okay, so I figured that the best way for me to test what I have here is for me to use the racks that I already have. No sense in making a whole new rack. That's not gonna work. So let's see what it does. It works. So it seems I'm gonna have to be, oh no, actually that'll be fine right there, just like that. It seems like it's getting hung up on this edge here because the piece of the shelf is sticking up slightly. It's not exactly level. It bowed a little bit while welding. So actually, I might just be able to take a wrench to it and bend it down, and that'll probably take care of the problem. But proof of concept, it works. And it looks like there will be a decent amount of room between the top shelf and the bottom shelf. I'm saying the top shelf and the bottom shelf. So at this point, I think I might just cheat a little bit, and I'll see about using the dimensions that are here, and I might make it an inch or two long, an inch or two deeper. But yeah, for the most part, I'm pretty happy with the progress so far. So now let's get on to making the next shelf.